Steelers are 3-0. I think that that's probably one of the not craziest because they have
Frustrating.
the bones of a really good team. And this is exactly what we know they are. They're going to jump out to a really good start, and if they finish 9-8, I don't think any of us will be surprised. I tangibly can see a good football team. They've had a little bit of a lighter schedule that they've benefited from, but to their credit, their defense has completely smothered and killed every offense that they've gone against. Like they have really, really taken out everyone that they've matched up with to the point where they just couldn't move the ball, could not move the ball. Justin Fields, I think we got to give another guy, another quarterback here who's getting a second chance, his flowers where they're due. He had only 7 incompletions in this game. He had only 245 passing yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception. I know that those numbers are not like crazy numbers that are on for an MVP pace.
Yeah.
I know that that's not what we're trying to say here, that like this is a premier guy in the NFL. But for a young offense with a bunch of young offensive linemen, and really only one good receiver. You lost Deontay Johnson, and you've got George Pickens and Calvin Austin had a really big play in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I am very impressed by the way that Justin Fields is getting better every single week. And I think Arthur Smith is figuring out how to set him up to succeed. I stand by this. I don't think you start Russ. I think that you're 3-0. I think that you have had so much success with this kid. I think by the end of the season, he is going to be so confident. This is another example of when your confidence is shaken because you're in a bad situation that's not supporting you and you keep making mistakes. Sometimes you just need to go somewhere else that's going to hype you up. It's in line with what we talked about with Bryce Young, and we're starting to see here with Justin Fields that there is a path for him to save his career and end up being a quality starter for the Steelers.
When the Steelers are 1-0, my theory was, okay, if the Steelers drop 2 in a row, then you put Russell Wilson in. Now it's if the Steelers drop 3 in a row, you start considering putting Russell Wilson in. You don't just jump to it. Justin Fields it shows garbage organization, great organization. Chicago Bears, Pittsburgh Steelers. Everything we just said about what Caleb Williams needs, Justin Fields is getting in Pittsburgh. Arthur Smith is a stubborn bastard, and I have some mixed emotions about him, but he's stubborn in a good way at times where you're in his plan. You are in his system. He is going to scheme it up for you, and he loves a quarterback that can move in play action. He's had them, but they couldn't throw as well as Justin Fields. Now he's got Justin Fields. Great. I know he wanted Russell Wilson back when the sweepstakes was going on before he went to Denver. So now he's got 2 guys that work in his system. And who's the overlord in Pittsburgh? Mike Tomlin, King Hardo, ex-King player coach. It's a perfect situation for a quarterback who's talented, had no bearings, to get some, improve, and have a little bit of pressure of, okay, I don't need to be the savior. I just can't be the Achilles heel of the team now. That's way better. Justin Fields in that mindset, I think, helps him thrive. It's good. He can be a guy that moves the ball down the field, more of a game manager type. Once he learns how to be a game manager, maybe then we get to see some Ohio State Justin Fields taking the top off against Georgia, because we know he's got that dog in him, pardon that cliche, but he does. He is a gamer, and I think he is a good quarterback, and now he's got some structure that's going to let the nice tomato plant grow, and you're going to have a nice harvest. It's not, you ever see the redneck gardens, Joe? It's bad. People are growing tomatoes, they're growing everything, it's all on the ground, eaten up by the critters. All right, you need to be able to nurture, and then enjoy. Pittsburgh is great at that. Fantastic.
I have no idea what that last part that you were getting at. There is a realistic path, though. I want to say their bye. It looks like their bye comes after the Giants game. There is a path that with these games, Colts, Cowboys, Raiders, Jets, Giants, that they could end up being, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. They could be 8-0. Or at least 7-1 with that slate of games.
Yeah.
That is completely drivable for the way that they're playing defense. I see a defense that's better than all of those offenses right now. And I don't think that's a hot take. I think that we need to look ourselves in the mirror and realize that defense is really freaking good right now.